When President Trump took office, USAID had more than 6,000 programs running. By late February, about 500 programs remained. President Trump promised a comprehensive review of foreign aid. One of his very first targets for government efficiency was the U.S. Agency for International Development. They did things like HIV treatment for orphans in South Africa, Ebola prevention in Uganda, emergency food delivery in Ethiopia. The cuts happened in a matter of days, but there was a lot of pushback, and members of Congress, ambassadors, foreign governments, aid workers, and members of the general public spoke out and tried to salvage what they could. And in the weeks to follow, the administration quietly restored hundreds of these programs. What we found in our reporting is that they didn't save as much money as they thought they would from the start. And some of the cuts will make some of these remaining programs even less efficient. Because while some of the most critical work remains, many of these programs don't work without the others. One example is an air service that brings aid workers and emergency supplies to countries that are otherwise unreachable. The awards for the supplies themselves might be intact, but the air service contract is cut. So the chain is broken, and workers and emergency supplies can't get to the ground. The programs that remain are the tourniquets of the foreign aid response. For example, our HIV response. It's a program called PEPFAR, which was created under George W. Bush's presidency. The administration kept programs that treat people who are dealing with the virus now, but they didn't prioritize programs that test to find people who might have the virus or try to prevent people from getting the virus in the first place. The administration kept the most acutely needed part, the tourniquet of the entire response. But without these other pieces, the whole effort to stamp out the virus falls apart. Another USAID-supported program in Kenya helps to feed more than 700,000 refugees there. They come from surrounding countries where conflicts are ongoing. Officials have decided to keep that award, but they have not received any funding this year. If this program receives no new funding, refugees from all these surrounding countries won't have this resource anymore. Aid workers and experts say they're worried that the remaining USAID programs have been set up to fail, and we still don't know what the future of foreign aid will be.